Chris, you're the manager's second new signing. Welcome. What are your first impressions of the club?
Fantastic. I've obviously come here today, signed, and I've been to the ground a few times before, and you've only got to look at this place and realise what a big club it is.
What were your reasons then for leaving behind Tamworth, the club for whom you were captain last season, to join us here at Field Mill?
Well, with no disrespect to Tamworth, but Mansfield's a bigger club that with the right foundations for the league, and if you want to progress in football, then you make them decisions, and I do. So that's why I've come here.
So you see this as a club that's going in the right direction?
Definitely. I think last year you finished 9th, but you're unlucky with the points deducted. But like I said, you've got the foundations here and the potential to be a league club, and that's what I want to be. I want to progress in my career, and I see that with Mansfield.
Like I said earlier, you were captain of Tamworth last season. Now the team captaincy, is available here for the next campaign. Will you be going for the armband?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm going to go for it, but if the gaffer feels that I'm the right man to do it, then I'd love to be. But I'm just going to come here, get my head down, meet the lads, work well with them, and just play well, and let the gaffer make that decision. But yeah.
What type of player are you?
Centre half who likes to get stuck in, but I like to pass the ball well, not just when it needs to go, it goes. But I kind of read things well, and I like to organise. So hopefully I can use that here and do well as a team and as an individual.
Now you've had quite a long stay at your clubs that you've been at in your career, haven't you? I think you've only been at 3 or 4 clubs, but in today's standards you've been there quite a while. Do you plan to stay here quite a while?
I do, yeah. Like I said earlier, I can see this club going up, and I want to be there with that, so yeah. And
how does this move compare to those others in your career?
Well, at the time they've been the right moves, and this is the right move for me now. Obviously it's the same league, but I see it as a much bigger club with better potential, so it is a step up, yeah.
Would you say this is the biggest move of your career, Chris?
Possibly at the moment, because obviously I'm going up where I've gone from higher clubs to lower leagues, so yeah, possibly.
What do you know about the current crop of players here at Mansfield?
Well, obviously I've played against them a couple of times. I was suspended for the 3rd game here, so yeah, I know the players are of good quality, and obviously marked your forwards, which are are very good players. And I was actually with John Shaw at York for a couple of months when he was on loan from, I think, Sheffield Wednesday. But yeah, got some good players, very good players.
Let's talk about this league, Chris, because you've been playing in this division for quite a while now. How difficult is it to get out of this division?
It is, but I think the start's vital. Last year Tamworth had a great start, and after 12 games we were 3rd, and I think in the end that's what kept us up. Obviously it's going to be different here because we're going to be pushing for promotion. And I just think you've got to have that consistency week in, week out, not just against the top clubs, against the so-called lower clubs. You've got to have that desire to go to miles away and get them 3 points.
How do you think you'll find the transition here to Mansfield? Forgive me, were Tamworth a part-time or full-time club?
Well, we were in three times a week. They classed it as full-time, but obviously full-time is every day. So it was a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, whereas here it's every day. So yeah, it's only going to improve you as a player. You're in more, you're working more on your weaknesses, your strengths, and it's only going to improve you.
As a new player coming to a club, what are your short-term aims?
Well, straight away you've got to fit in with the lads. You've got to be confident, but not overconfident with them. And just like I said, you've got to work hard and get that place, really, get that centre half spot. That's my aim, and then take it from there and develop it from there.
And I take it the long-term aim for you, Chris, is going to be promotion with Mansfield Town.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, that's what I've come here for. And it's going to be a bit different because Tamworth wanted to survive, and Mansfield want to get promotion, and that's, it'd rather be that way than the other way. So yeah.
Immediately, what differences have you noticed about Mansfield Town to Tamworth, your old club?
I just think it's ran in a more professional way. Obviously, I've just signed, but I've met directors, I've met the secretary, I've obviously met yourself. Whereas, no disrespect to Tamworth again, when I was signed, I had a 10-minute conversation with Gary Mills and signed, 2 weeks later with just the, secretary. So, coming here, putting the shirt on and doing this interview it's a lot more professional.
What qualities do you think Gary Mills, the Tamworth manager, saw in you to give you the captaincy?
I just think that, that leadership, sometimes you need someone showing you the way. And we had, for saying I was captain, we did have some leaders, that could have been captain, but he chose me. And obviously I was delighted and, took that.
What about the manager here, Chris, David Holdsworth? What has he said to you prior to your signing?
Yeah, I met him. I spent a good hour with him, and I just liked his ways, his views, and what he wants to do, what he wants off his players, and obviously at the time what he wanted off me if I would sign, and just I think I've got that same sort of want in football as what he had, and I kind of got on with him. I liked him. I know it's only for an hour, and I'm sure there'll be times when he'll be shouting at me, but he just liked the things he had to say.
Do you expect you'll learn off him, being a defender, of course, at the top level for many years, the manager?
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, there's no better to learn from, is there? Someone who's played at the top and a centre half, and I'm sure he's going to be teaching me.
Do you think you'll have to alter your mindset in a way? Because at Tamworth, of course, you were perhaps going to many games thinking, well, we're the underdogs here, but with Mansfield, perhaps you might be the favourites and going out to win more games.
Possibly, but we always had that belief at Tamworth where it didn't matter who we played, that we knew in our own ability what we could achieve. So, going to Oxford, beating them, or going to Luton and, nearly beating them. It's things like that are obviously going to be the same. I think you've got to go out with a positive attitude or you're on a downer straight away. But I don't think it'd be much of a difference.
What's your message to the fans, Chris?
Obviously, I've come here a couple of times, and when they get behind you, it's good. I mean, I sat in the stand actually the third time when I was suspended, and it was a good atmosphere, even though it was a 0-0. But I think as any set of fans, if you can get behind the team, it does make that extra help and push on that a little bit more. Where if people are getting onto you, we had it at Tamworth where it started affecting a few of the boys, where the fans were booing and that, and you were thinking, what more do you want? We're third in the league, but they still wanted that bit more, which the fans have got the right to do that. But I just think if they can get behind us, it's help.
Chris Smith, welcome to Mansfield Town, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, cheers, Steve. Thank you.